to March May's Midlife Donny Crisis, and in today's video we are going to be unboxing a sort of a special looks doll. So this is part of the Barbie looks range. It's part of the third wave, which is the wave where they're all kind of wearing very colourful clothes. This doll was basically available only through the Mattel website, and to purchase her you had to buy a membership as well, which was not really what I wanted to do, but it was $10. So obviously that is kind of $10 more onto the price that she already was. And yeah, as I say, it wasn't really what I wanted to do, but it was the only way I could get the doll. And I knew that she would probably be more expensive if I was trying to buy her on this kind of the second-hand market. Obviously people might buy them and put them on eBay or whatever. I'm going to show you her in her box. So she arrived in a kind of, in this basically, and it's got my address and everything on the other side. So so that is the box that she came in. I think I was rather lucky because I didn't have to pay any sort of customs on her or anything like that, which is always good. So let me get her out. I've not really had a proper look. Okay. So she's kind of covered in tissue. So let's have a look. This is very exciting. So here she is. This is her. So as you can see, she does have a kind of a second outfit here as well. So the looks dolls normally just come in one sort of set of clothes, and they don't really have accessories with them. Obviously they've got shoes on and stuff like that, but they don't really come with anything extra. It's basically just the doll in the outfit that they have in the box. With this one, there's accessories here, there's more clothes here. I am quite excited to get her open. Originally when they announced that there was going to be a kind of a special edition looks doll, I was kind of like, okay, I'm probably not going to get her. Only because it just felt like a lot of hassle and I didn't really know how much it was going to be. It turned out not to be quite as expensive as I'd feared. And because I'd pretty much decided that I wasn't going to get any of the third wave, although I did actually get one other one, which I have not yet opened, I kind of thought, yeah, you know what, I would like her, only because she's a brunette and she's got a fringe or bangs, whatever you want to call them, and she obviously has all these kind of a second outfit as well. So yeah, and I did really like the images that they showed of her. So let's get her open and see how she lives up. Does she live up to the hype or not? Let's find out. So I thought we'd have a very quick look at the packaging here. So obviously the packaging is still in keeping with the other looks dolls, but the box is bigger because obviously we have to accommodate the extra outfit. So the colours are all there, they're very bright and zingy. We've got looks written on the side there. And then on the back there's a picture of the doll, and she's in all the kind of the different looks you can give her with the pieces that they provide. So that's really cute. And obviously the pictures are really nice. It says here, Barbie Looks Wave 3 is a curated collection of dolls, each with a bold, bright look and style personality. Does that make sense? Barbie Looks Wave 3 is a curated collection of dolls, each with a bold, bright look and style personality. That doesn't make sense, does it? Is that an actual thing? The on-trend fashions feature photo-worthy details, and with poseable articulated bodies that inspire the stylists within. Barbie Looks dolls are ready to style, pose, photograph and post. So obviously they're going for the whole Instagram thing here, which, you know, isn't really a shock for anyone. But they are very beautiful dolls. Obviously on this side we have which number she is. So she is number 19. So there's been 19 Barbie Looks dolls so far. So if we have a very quick look here, so this is her next to one of the regular Looks dolls. This is the only one that I've got from Wave 3. This is Buff Ken, as I believe he's known. So we have lots of colours here, which is nice, because the others have been quite plain, I guess. It feels a bit jarring to me. I think I would have preferred it if maybe they'd kind of eased into these bright colours and had a wave of just kind of like dolls in sort of pastel clothes. I really like pastels at the moment. I think that would have been really cute, but maybe next time, who knows. But yeah, so the box kind of fits in very well, but obviously it is a bigger box because you have to fit more in, so it's slightly bigger. So I am going to unbox her, and I will be moaning to you shortly about how awful that experience will be. Okay, so here is the doll, and here is all of the stuff that she came with. Getting her out of the box was actually a piece of cake, basically. Compared to what it was like to get Diamante out of her box last week, it was a breeze. It was very easy. There wasn't a huge amount of kind of like tapes and tags. Any tags really were the ones that were stuck at the back of her head, and they were there. I could see them. I took them out. Unless there's any kind of very small hidden ones in the clothes here, which I don't think there is, then it's great. I'm very happy. So before we look at the doll and the other kind of accessories, we'll just look at the kind of really basic stuff first. So she comes with a certificate of authenticity, which all the Lux dolls do. This looks slightly different to the ones I've got, but as I say, I don't really have any from the third series. So that is that. It's still on kind of a bit of flimsy paper. It's actually, maybe it's not as flimsy as before. I don't know. It's still paper. So there you go. So that's that. We've also got a doll stand. The ones that I've got have got black bases. So I don't know if this is specifically for her, it's a white one, or if all of the ones from the third wave are white. So it's got a white base. It's got the stick thing for the back, and then it's got the waist clip, which is kind of a regular thing. But it comes with a stand, which is obviously always great. So that is kind of all of the sort of the basic stuff out the way. So these are kind of the extra bits that were in the box with her. So obviously we've got these two pieces of clothing here, which is a top and a skirt. They are bright yellow. The fabric, I have to be honest, it doesn't feel like the best quality. It feels like that kind of papery stuff that you get sort of really cheap doll clothes with. It's got kind of noisy fabric. You can probably hear that. It's kind of the noisy fabric. It looks great. It looks fine. But it's just not... It's not kind of the quality that you might expect from, you know, a kind of a special doll. That said, it's all kind of hemmed and everything. There's no kind of raw edges. We have Velcro on the back here. The same with the top. Everything is hemmed, stitched together very nicely. There's Velcro on the back. So, you know, there's no fault there. It's just the fact that the fabric seems like an odd choice, I would say. But I love the colour, and I'm sure it looked great on and in pictures and everything. It's unexpected, put it that way. And yeah, so the skirt has got this kind of gold waistband here, which almost looks like it should be a belt. I actually thought it was a belt, but no, it's kind of, that is part of the skirt. So that is kind of the second outfit there. We then get a pair of blue shoes, blue high heels. There we go. So they're nice. They're sort of like they are blue. I was going to say they're turquoisey colour, but they're a bit turquoisey, but they are mainly kind of a blue. They're a definite blue. Can I say blue anymore? Possibly. We've then got these. Now these are bangles. There's 3 of them, and they're kind of they're plastic, obviously, and they're golden, and they're kind of chunky. I'm not sure how easy or difficult they're going to be to get on the doll, but it's nice. I mean, if they stay on, great. Obviously, I've mentioned before the difficulty that I've had with the Barbie style Barbie's bracelet, which doesn't seem to want to stay on her wrist. These are harder plastic, so it might stay on better, but whether or not it's kind of trapped on the wrist forever, we'll find out. So that is those. We've also got a handbag, a kind of clutch bag here, which is also a golden plastic clutch bag there. I'm not sure she's going to be able to hold it. We'll see. But yeah, so it's shiny and golden, and it's got a bit of detail. There's like a clasp on the top there. It's kind of got, it's sort of like geometric shapes sort of into it. I don't know if you can see what I mean. You can probably see the light reflecting off it. But it's shaped. It's not just a bit of plastic, although it is a bit of plastic. Obviously it can't be open or anything like that. But yeah, so that is that one. We've then got a second sort of bag. This one is pink and has a sort of a waffle effect on the top. It's not really waffle. It's kind of, I think it's meant to be sort of studded. It's also, again, got a kind of like a fake clasp on the top there. This one has a handle here. So obviously it can be held. So hopefully she's fine holding that. And obviously it's a really nice vibrant pink. It kind of matches the blouse that she's wearing. So that is that one. Again, it doesn't open, by the way. We've then got a pair of sunglasses, and these again are pink, and they've got sort of black lenses, which I don't... Oh yeah, I think they are a little bit see-through, but they're not sort of... I don't know if we are going to be able to see much through it, but that is that, and they are sort of cat's eye shaped, which obviously are the best ones, the best shape to have, I think. So let's have a look at the doll herself. So here she is. She is very vibrant. I kind of love this sort of raven black hair and these sort of really bright colours. I think they go really nicely together. The blouse is like a proper fabric, so that's kind of nice. Hopefully it's not sort of stuck to her in any way. The sleeves are nice, big kind of like balloony sort of sleeves, which I think is a really nice look. I'm not sure if this is... Okay, so it's actually a body that she's wearing. So that's why it kind of sits very well on her, in that, you know, it doesn't sort of ride up or anything like that. And there's Velcro on the back to take it off. And then we've got these trousers. Now this I would say is sort of teal or kind of a turquoise colour, because they are kind of a greeny blue. Again, it's that kind of weird fabric that you wouldn't quite expect, in that it's that sort of rustly, sort of papery fabric, but it's quite thick actually, so maybe I'm doing them a disservice. And obviously there is this kind of pleating detail at the front here, so it does sort of fit her very nicely around the waist and around the top of the thigh. Again, there's Velcro in the back, and they taper down, so there is a kind of a shape to them rather than them just being kind of like straight. And then we come to the shoes, and these are sort of pink, and they're kind of, I suppose they're almost like a wedge, but they do have a cutout detail on the bottom of the heel there. So that is the shoes, and they've also got a sort of a ribbon detail on the buckly kind of top bit there. So I thought we'd have a very quick look at the doll's body. So obviously she's on a made-to-me body. So we've got the articulation at the shoulders here. So it goes round and then it comes out. There's also articulation here at the arm. You can kind of twist that around at the sort of the bicep-y bit. And obviously the elbow here is double jointed like that. And then we have articulation at the wrist as well. I'm a little bit surprised that she doesn't actually have a manicure. I thought maybe, you know, because she's a little bit special, she might have had one, but she doesn't. But that's fine. So we've then got articulation under the bust here, which I guess is instead of any at the waist. So she can kind of go back and forth and a bit to the side like that. Then at the legs, we've got the back and forth bit there. It's kind of almost like, it's like a ball joint almost, really, there at the hip. So we've got that. We've then got a twist here at the upper thigh, so that will move round. The knee, again, is double jointed. Her movement is actually very smooth. Sometimes you get them and they can be quite stiff, I think. But her movement is quite smooth. So yeah, we've got a double jointed knee there. And then at the ankle, we do have movement as well. So that is good. And the ankles feel quite stiff. So that's good. You don't really want loose ankles, which is one of the issues that I've had with some of the Illy dolls, in that they feel like they've got quite sort of loose articulation at the ankles. Okay, so that is all to do with the movement of the doll. Oh, the head. Let's check the head out. So the head is kind of on a ball, so she can tilt her head, and obviously she can turn her head, and she can look up and down with her head. While we've got her like this, let's have a closer look at her face. So there we go. So she has got some very red lips there. She's also got some really nice eye makeup, which is almost like, I suppose, like an electric blue eyeshadow or eyeliner, sort of around the top of her eye, or it could be sort of like a purple. If you have a look at the picture at the end, I'll try and get a really nice close-up of her face. Yeah, so her eyes are kind of like a violet colour, which do match the kind of the eyeshadow as well. I think there could be blushing on the cheeks, maybe a little bit, but not a huge amount. If you have a look at the picture at the end, I will try and get some pictures in daylight so you'll be able to see her face better. Her hair, obviously, is this really nice kind of jet black colour, and we do have a fringe situation going on, which I do really like. There is obviously a bit of product in there. Not actually a lot. It's not quite as bad as some of them have been. I'm not sure if I would risk washing it. I don't think I kind of need to. The rest of the hair is very, very soft and very nice to the touch. There's a slight wave in there, but that might have just been the way that it was sort of in the box, in that they kind of do that stitchy thing in where they kind of stitch it between plastic. But yeah, so I'm going to get her in a second outfit and we'll have a look at her again. Okay, so here she is kind of in a second outfit. So I've gone with putting her in the yellow top and the yellow skirt. You kind of put the skirt sort of over the bottom of the blouse, just so you can see the belt. I've also managed to get the bangles on. So I've managed to get 2 of the bangles on. I don't really think you'd need another one. I also don't know how many you'd be able to get on each wrist. You kind of have to sort of feed it on at the kind of the actual wrist, because that's the thinnest part of the hand. So I was a bit trepidatious, to be honest. I'm not sure how I'm going to get them off, but they actually look pretty good on her. I do like this look. I put the pink shoes back on only because I thought it would then match the little bag that she's got here. There's something really glamorous about this doll. She almost reminds me of, like, dare I say, Poppy Parker, who is, you know, the Integrity doll. My friend Leah has, I think, 2 Integrity dolls, and, you know, they are stunning dolls. I also know Kim over at the Dolls, the Witch and the Wardrobe also has a few of the Integrity ones, and they are gorgeous dolls. They're also a gorgeous price, which I don't think I would ever feel comfortable sort of paying for, but this is kind of a good alternative. I almost feel like this is, you know, obviously a more reasonably priced doll. You might not get the same sort of quality that you might get with the Integrity dolls, but for me, this is good enough. You know, I don't mind the whole well, the fabric might not be kind of as luxurious as it could be, or the accessories aren't sort of exquisitely sort of made or whatever. You know, I feel like she's a good doll. I feel like she's very beautiful. I love her whole look. It's very kind of like 50s and it's very glamorous. So I'm really pleased with her. I don't know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below if you've got her, what you think of her, if you would pay a bit extra to get sort of Lux dolls with extra outfits. I'm presuming if they've done it once, then Mattel might realise they can probably do it again. So we might kind of see more of this in the future, of having dolls on the website which, you know, you have to get exclusively through them. I mentioned earlier that in order to buy this doll I had to get a membership, which was $10. That is actually a year-long membership. So although I was annoyed that I had to get it, if within the next year something else comes up on the Barbie Mattel Creations sort of site that I can only get exclusively from being a member, I won't have to pay that again. I'm kind of trying to justify it, really, aren't I? I'm really pleased with her. I think the quality is there. You know, I moaned a bit about the fabric of the dress and everything, but to be honest, it looks good. It looks good, and you know, it's all sewn very nicely. The fabric is kind of stiff, so I guess maybe that's why they've used it, so that it will kind of hang right and things like that. So, as I say, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please share the video if you know anyone else who would like this kind of content. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. So until the next time, take care. Bye.